Why is it that we believe earning more money will make us freer, yet the more we have, the more we are bound by responsibility? Is money truly a tool for liberation, or is it simply a more sophisticated form of bondage in our modern era? The era we live in today exists within a dual structure. It promises absolute freedom while simultaneously strengthening the chains of obligation. People believe that by earning money, they can do what they want and live the lives they have always desired. Thus, we strive for higher salaries and accumulate more assets, hoping that each milestone will finally grant us the peace we seek. However, the reality is often different. As income rises, so does the time investment required to sustain that level of success. As assets grow, the responsibility and stress required to maintain them increase exponentially, often overshadowing the joy of ownership. Luxury apartments and fine cars appear as symbols of freedom, yet they demand continuous costs and pressures to keep them. At this point, we must ask, does money truly provide freedom, or does it create a more elaborate form of confinement? The problem of our time is that people too easily agree with the simple formula that money is equal to freedom. Of course, money broadens the range of choices, but having a wider range of choices does not always mean you are free. Rather, as options multiply, we often experience more agony and anxiety over making the correct decision. The moment we enter the system to maintain our wealth, we find ourselves once again subordinate to that very system. OECD research shows that higher income groups often report higher levels of time pressure and stress, a cruel irony of wealth. It is paradoxical that those with the most resources often feel the greatest burden of expectation and responsibility. Now, let us discuss the core insight. Money does not grant freedom, it merely changes the conditions of our choices. True freedom is not determined by the amount of money one has, but by one's level of dependence on that money. Even if you have much, if you are dependent on it, you are not free. If you have little but depend on it less, you are freer. Freedom is determined by the internal relationship you have with your resources, not by the external quantity you possess. How you view money and how you use it decides the very essence of your freedom and the quality of your life. Consider Steve Jobs, a man of immense wealth who chose to live a life of profound simplicity and focus. He wore the same clothes, reduced unnecessary choices, and focused his energy only on what truly mattered to him. He did not seek to possess more through his money. Instead, he used his wealth to remove the unnecessary from his path. By removing the noise, he secured his true freedom. This is a masterclass in using wealth as a shield for one's time. Now, look at Elon Musk. He possesses world-class wealth, yet he lives a life of extreme intensity and constant labor. For him, money is not a tool for comfort, but a means to enable a greater mission and accept massive responsibilities. His wealth broadens his choices, but those choices create even stronger immersion and more binding constraints for his time. This case proves that money itself does not guarantee freedom. It can sometimes lead to the most profound forms of duty. Returning to our emotions, ask yourself again, is it truly the money you want or the freedom it is supposed to bring? Many say they want money, but they actually desire the feelings of security, choice, and leisure that they associate with it. When we forget these goals and make money the end itself, we become bound to the capital once again, losing our way. This is where most people experience deep confusion, chasing the shadow of freedom while the substance slips away. Remember these three things. Money does not guarantee freedom. Money increases choices. Choices create responsibilities. To find true freedom, you must redefine your relationship with money. It is not about how much you earn, but how you live. You must decide how to spend, what to give up, and where to focus. Will you use money as a tool or be its tool? This singular choice, how you relate to your wealth, changes everything about the direction and quality of your future. The first change you will experience is one of perception. You will see money as a means to freedom, not the goal itself. The second is a strategic shift. Instead of just earning more, you will move toward reducing unnecessary consumption and dependence. Finally, your behavior will change. You will choose to focus your time and energy on what truly matters to your soul. Now, I ask you one last time, are you gaining freedom through money, or are you losing your freedom because of it? The answer to this question will determine the entire direction and meaning of your life's journey from this day forward. Remember, money does not buy freedom, it allows you to choose what you will be bound to in this world. If you feel too busy, perhaps it is not because you have too much work, but because you chose more work to spend more. Start by reducing the things that diminish your freedom rather than just focusing on increasing your wealth. In the tradition of the great philosophers, we must learn that true wealth is found in the richness of the mind and spirit. The art of living is the art of knowing what to discard. Freedom is the space you create by letting go. This is the decisive principle. Align your choices with your values, not with your bank balance. When money serves your values, you find that a meaningful life is far more rewarding than a comfortable one. We want freedom, yet we need rules. The best rules are those we choose for ourselves to protect our own time. The human condition has always been a struggle between the desire for security and the thirst for absolute liberty. Do not be deceived by the falsehood that more stuff equals more happiness. The truth is found in simplicity. A single moment of profound insight can change your life more than decades of unreflective experience. Your strongest competitiveness as a human being is your ability to think deeply and choose your own path. Do not stop challenging yourself because you fear failure. True failure is the loss of the will to try. We often fear new technology, but eventually we accept it as a tool to expand our world and our reach. Understand that your choices are mostly determined by your emotions. Master your heart, and you master your life. The depth of your thought determines the depth of your life. Seek the profound over the superficial. Expand your world through knowledge. The more you understand, the freer you are to navigate the complexities of existence. Humans are more persuaded by stories than by raw truth. Create a better story for your own future. Many want power, but power without purpose can destroy the very person who holds it. Use it wisely. Some thoughts develop society while others disappear. Nurture the thoughts that lead to collective growth. A 1% difference in your mindset today can lead to a completely different life in the years to come. He who masters his time has everything. Guard your minutes as if they were your most precious gold. Successful people often start their journey at dawn, finding clarity and peace before the world wakes up. There is a moment when thoughts become reality. That moment is born from consistent, focused intention. In an anxious era, be the lighthouse. Stay firm in your principles and do not be shaken by the waves of change. True wealth starts in the mind. The rich are those who understand the value of things that cannot be bought. Your potential is limitless when you free yourself from the burden of unexamined desires and false needs. The journey toward true freedom is long, but every step taken in clarity is a victory for the soul. As an author, I have seen that those who reject mediocrity are those who choose to live by their own design. To summarize, money is a tool for choice, choice is a path to responsibility, and wisdom is the key to freedom. I invite you to join me on this journey of understanding. Let us explore the deeper meaning of life together. I am Dr. James Jongmoon Ko. Thank you for joining me. To explore more insights, please subscribe and stay connected. Wishing you a life of true freedom and purpose. Explore more with these hashtags: money and freedom, economic philosophy, essence of freedom, meaning of wealth, life choices, time, and money. For inquiries, contact me at k903911198@gmail.com. I am Jongmoon Ko, also known as James Ko. May your soul always grow. Farewell.